Operation Win Pepper Back, Chapter 10, written by AliasWritings on AO3. Nervous? Tony turns at the voice, his view of the lake being replaced by that of Penny standing in the doorway behind him. It hits him like a fist to the gut. She's older now. It's hard to see sometimes, but now it's not. Her hair is done in an intricate updo he can't even begin to understand. She's wearing more makeup than he's ever seen on her. The dress she wears, picked out by Pepper, is modest and beautiful. She looks older now, in a way she doesn't usually. She looks the age he's struggled to accept that she's become. Me? Never. He shakes his head and steps away from the window. The scenery outside is beautiful. He and Pepper fell in love with the lake house the moment they both saw it. He bought it the same day. It's the most impulsive thing he's done that Pepper agreed with 100%. My feet are exceptionally hot. Penny's nose scrunches up. She looks like that 15-year-old kid he met years ago again. I don't want to think about your hot feet, but thanks. Close enough. Now she reaches out and straightens his tie. She's his height now, in the heels she's wearing. Mutation aside, he doesn't know how she walks in those. I like the grey, by the way. She gestures towards his hair. It looks good. You wear it well. I'd hope so, since they're all there because of you. Please, Penny scoffs. You had grey hair when I met you. I did not. He knows he hadn't. He didn't even dye it. He got the first one after he met her. He's sure of it. Don't argue with me. It's my wedding day. I don't think that's a rule, but fine. Penny shrugged. Live in denial. Tony opens his mouth to retort, but before he can, his best man steps into the room. He's not trying to run, is he? Rhodey asked. No, I wouldn't let him anyway, Penny said while lifting her arms to show off the black bands on her wrists. The web shooters. He sees her wearing them more often than not these days. What a fashion statement, Tony said. Penny merely shrugs a second time. You made him. Are you two ready? Rhodey asks, a smile on his face as he looks between them. Tony can't remember the last time he saw his friend look so content. I am. Don't know about the old man, Penny said. Old? What is with the insults, kid? Trying to hurt my feelings? No, just knock your ego down a few pegs. He needs it, Rhodey said. Tony looks at his friend with wide eyes, but Rhodey can only laugh. I'm going to let them know you're on your way. Don't be late to the altar, Tony. Don't worry, Penny said. I'll make sure he's on time. Rhodey waves his thanks on the way out the door. Tony sighs and glances out the window before looking back at Penny. She's smiling, but the teasing from before has left her eyes. You look beautiful, kid. Her smile widens. Tony feels another hit to the stomach. He can't help but think he did something right when she looks at him like that. Somewhere along the way, he made the right choice, and it led everyone here to this moment. A day Tony wasn't sure he'd ever live to see. The day he married the love of his life with his friends and family at his side. Thanks, Tony. Penny steps forwards and loops her arm through his. Come on, wouldn't want you to be late to your own wedding. Walking side by side, Tony thinks back to that day years ago, with grapes in hand and no real plan to get Pepper back. He never could have imagined that not only would he succeed, but somehow he'd acquire a couple more members to add to his little family along the way. When the music starts to play, Penny grins widely at him, and then he sees Pepper. He doesn't know a better word to describe the way she looks than angelic. He thinks for a second that she's not real. But she is, and now she's standing in front of him, her hands in his, and she's smiling at him like he's the only thing that matters. How's that quote go? Today is the first day of the rest of your life. And he's never been more excited to live it. End of chapter and end of fic. Thank you again, AliasWritings, for allowing me to do a reading for this super sweet and fun fic. If you enjoyed this fic, I highly encourage you to head over to their page and give them a praise. Maybe check out some of their other fics. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye.